Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. You already know that for the holidays in any Guyanese or Caribbean household, we are going to be baking up some black cake, fruit cake, sponge cake, the whole 9 yards. So you know it's an annual tradition for my grandmother to bake all of her different Christmas cakes and share it out with some family and friends. And so this is what we're doing in this video today. And I've shared this video before for the past couple of years. I really just want to keep on making it a tradition and documenting this amazing cake that Grammy makes for the holidays. I hope your holidays were blessed. I hope you all had a safe time, ate some great food, ate some great cake, and I hope the new year brings nothing but great things, prosperity, good health, good wealth, all of those great things. So let's get into this video and let's check out how we baked all of these delicious cakes. So Grammy usually makes two different types of cakes for Christmas time, and so we're going to be making her regular fruit cake and we're going to be making her light fruit cake, which is basically sponge cake with a little bit of fruits inside. Now, we do not make traditional black cake in Grammy's household just because it's her preference. She doesn't care for it. She likes the fruit cake better. Fruit cake is basically the same thing as the black cake, except it does not have the browning and it has a little bit less fruits than if you were making your black cake. But anyways, we're starting off just as we would with any cake, and into our mixer we're going in with our butter, our sugar, and some vanilla essence or mixed essence, and we're going to keep on whipping this together until it is nice and light and fluffy. And this year Grammy decided to make 2 pounds of her fruit cake and she made 3 pounds of her light fruit cake. So we're going to have to be mixing this in a pretty large quantity. She has a big pot in her garage that she keeps just for when we bake cake for the holidays. So into that pot, we're going in with that butter, sugar, and vanilla or mixed essence mixture that we whipped up. And at this point, we're going to start to crack all of our eggs. And in that same mixture that we mixed the butter and the sugar, we're going to go in with our cracked eggs. So in the meanwhile, while those eggs are beating up, into that butter and sugar creamed mixture that we had before, Grammy adds in just a little pinch of cinnamon. We do not go very heavy with any spices. She just uses a little bit of cinnamon. And at this point, we're going to be adding in all of our soaked fruits. So Grammy soaks her cherries, her raisins, her currants, her prunes in some wine and whatever alcohol you want. She says use whatever kind of red wine you want. And I have videos on my channel showing you how to soak it and how to grind the fruits. And once you get those fruits in there, you're just going to keep on mixing very well until everything is well combined. Now I will mention, if you're making more than a pound of this cake and it cannot fit in your mixer and you have to mix it by hand like this, it is definitely an arm workout because you have to mix it very well. If these fruits don't mix in well with that butter and sugar, then some fruits end up in one side of the cake and then the other side of the cake is dry and doesn't have fruits. So you have to make sure you're mixing everything very, very well when you're making this cake. Now once your butter, sugar, and the fruits and your spices are mixed up very well like you see here, it is time to go in with the eggs. Remember, all I did was I mixed the eggs and let them froth up slightly on the top. And once you get all of those eggs in on the top, you're going to go ahead and just continue to mix this well until that is well combined. So after I added in the eggs to this big mixture, I'm going to go ahead and add in my flour. Now since we're making 2 pounds of the fruit cake, we're adding in 2 pounds of flour. Basically it's 2 pounds of everything, but you're going to keep on mixing up this flour until it's well combined. And you're going to see Grammy go in with the baking powder at this point. I will mention, whenever you're making black cake versus fruit cake like Grammy's making here, the fruit cake actually takes a little bit more baking powder because I find that it's a little more spongy than the actual black cake. Black cake tends to be more dense and more gooey on the inside. But all we're going to go ahead and do is keep on mixing very well until everything is properly combined and you see no more lumps of flour. I will mention that we should have sifted this flour just a little bit because the flour did have some fine lumps. And Grammy always likes to layer in the flavor whenever baking her cakes, so she always adds in a little bit of extra mixed essence into this part of the recipe. Now if you wanted to use almond essence, vanilla essence, any kind of essence that they sell, feel free to do that as per your own taste and preferences. And while I was there mixing the cake, Grammy was finishing up her ginger beer. She was putting this to set. This was a couple days before Christmas. All this water really had was the dried ginger that she pounded. She added in some orange peel, some spices, and now she's just finishing it off with some sugar after it went ahead and it steeped for a little bit. Grammy said you should not boil up your ginger beer too much because when you boil it, it comes out like ginger tea. And you really want it to have that raw, spicy ginger flavor. So the fruitcake mixture is basically done mixing, but the last finishing touch the Grammy adds is some chopped maraschino cherries. Now I love this. This is one of my favorite parts whenever Grammy makes the fruitcake or the light fruitcake, because I love that little bite of cherry that you get in the cake when it's done baking. Now if you don't want to put this in, you don't have to, but this is just Grammy's little trademark and something that she does. Although her fruits already have the cherry soaking in it, she likes to add in some fresh ones in the end as well. So our fruitcake mixture is done mixing and it's ready to go in the oven. Our oven's already preheated to 350 degrees. Now I will mention this is my least favorite part whenever baking, especially when we have to bake in big amounts when we're baking with Grammy. It is to grease all of these trays. There's so many little trays and big trays and an assortment of things to grease with the butter and the flour by hand. It just takes a little bit of time, it's a little tedious, but trust me, it's worth it. You have to grease these pans very well, or else the cake is gonna stick and then you're gonna have a big mess on your hands. Of course, if you wanted to do that parchment paper or wax paper trick, you can go ahead and do that as well, but Grammy definitely prefers to do the butter and the flour the real old school traditional way. So basically, it's pretty self-explanatory from here. All of that batter that we made, we're gonna go ahead and keep on pouring it into each of these little trays until we fill them up. This is only about half of the trays that I filled with the dark fruitcake mixture. I have some more. This is all I could actually fit in the frame, but you can make these as thick or as thin as you want. We're gonna make them a pretty medium-sized thickness, maybe like 2 inches thick, because that's what we prefer. But if you want it thicker or you want it thinner, feel free to go ahead and do that. I will also mention that you see these little colorful tins here that Grammy's using. She's going to be baking it right in these tins because she wants to share these cakes out with some friends and some family. So this is just an easy thing. Like if you bake it in a small dish, you can share it out with one person versus having to cut it up. The ones that we're putting in the small trays or the bigger trays are ones that we're going to cut up for the household and not really share out as much. So go ahead and do it as per your own preferences, but it's just an easy, quick trick that she wanted to share with you guys. Alright, so all of my dark fruit cakes went in the oven and they're going to need to bake at various different times. We're just going to go ahead and check them each as we think that they're done. Some are going to take about 45 minutes if they were in the big trays, and some will only take about 30 minutes if they were in the smaller trays. I will let you all know something. Grammy did not use a toothpick once when she was baking her cakes. All she did was look at the top of the cake and somehow she knew that these cakes were done baking. Honestly, that's just a skill that I wish I had, but I guess it comes with over 30 years of baking this delicious cake. So at this point, we're going to start to mix the light fruit cake. Now, as I said before, this is basically sponge cake with a little bit of fruits. So I like this one. It's one of my favorites that Grammy makes, and definitely give it a try at home. So we went ahead and we creamed our butter and our sugar together with some mixed essence as well. We creamed it up very well, and then we put it into that same pot that we scraped out our other mixture from, because it is basically the same mixture. And once we add it into there, we're going to start working on the other ingredients. And once you get that butter and sugar mixture in the pot, it's time to get your eggs beaten in the mixer. And once you get the eggs beaten separately, you're going to add it into the butter and sugar, just like how we did for the dark fruit cake. And like I said before, this is definitely a workout. You just have to keep on mixing everything in until it is well combined. Now, once the butter, the sugar, the eggs, and the mixed essence are well combined, we have a little bit of soaked fruits left in the bottom of our bottle. So we're going to add that in, and like I said before, you're going to have to mix this up very, very well until it is well combined. And once you get all of your wet ingredients mixed up very well, you're going to be going in with your all-purpose flour. Now, we made 2 pounds of that darker fruit cake, but being that this light fruit cake is a family favorite and everybody likes this one a little bit more, we're going to be making 3 pounds of this cake. So that's why the batter looks like to be more. So we're adding in 3 pounds of flour for this recipe. Once you get that flour in, you're going to begin to mix it up very well. And of course, like I said, Grammy's going to be going in with her baking powder. You're seeing here that this lady does not measure anything except for the flour when she has to weigh it. But the baking powder, she's just throwing it in by hand, and somehow it is the perfect amount. And on top of that baking powder, we're going to be going in with a little pinch of cinnamon. Now again, if you want to spice up these cakes even more and you want to add in your nutmeg, some cloves, some allspice, any spices of your liking, feel free to add it in. This is just the way that Grammy makes it and the way that we all like it, with just a little tad of cinnamon in there. And once you mix those ingredients in, we're going to finish it off with those chopped up cherries again, and we're going to mix it in very well. I will mention, if you wanted to make this light fruit cake and add in some of that cherry juice to give it a pinkish color, you definitely can. And whenever you're making the fruit cake or this light fruit cake, you can also add in a couple tablespoons of some rum or liquor of your choice, and it's going to add a really nice flavor and moisture to the cake as it bakes as well. So we timed the whole baking process properly because as those darker fruitcakes were finishing up in the oven, we were ready to fill the pans with our light fruitcake mixture. This way, when these pans are filled and we take those dark fruitcakes out of the oven, we can just stick these right in and something's always baking at the same time. Remember, we don't want to keep those ovens running for an unneeded amount of time. Just go ahead and try to space it out as best as you can. But I'm going to go ahead and fill these into the pans. Remember, you have to butter and flour your pan or put in your parchment paper or grease it in some way, so this way the cakes do not stick. Especially this light fruit cake, it's more like a sponge cake, so if it sticks at the bottom, there's no way of it coming out and it's gonna totally fall apart if you try to dig it out of the pan, so be very careful. So we stuck those light fruit cakes in the oven after we took out these darker fruit cakes, and as soon as the dark fruit cakes come out of the oven, you have to soak them down very well with some rum of your choice. Grammy likes to go on with some simple red wine. Any red wine will do, but if you wanted to go ahead and add in some Bacardi, any type of rum, any brand that you want, some people like to use sherry, some people like to use brandy, go ahead and do that. And you can soak it down as much as you want. So we're gonna wait for those light fruit cakes and then I'm gonna show you all of them done. Check this amazing table full of cakes out. So we have our light fruit cake, we have our dark fruit cake, and we baked two kinds of different sponge cake. We made a regular, colorful, plain sponge cake, and we also made more of a cranberry sponge cake with some cranberry sprinkled in. All of these cakes were absolutely delicious. Now, I already have the sponge cake recipe on my channel, the plain one with the color, and the cranberry one will be coming shortly on my channel, so stay tuned for that and I'll give you the full step-by-step. But I just wanted to show you the finishing product. When everything came out of the oven, the light fruit cake and the dark fruit cake, we soaked them down super well with some wine. Like I said, if you want to use any other type of alcohol, you can. And those sponge cakes, they're really calling my name. Sponge cake is my favorite, then the light fruit cake, then the dark fruit cake. Comment down below and let me know what's your favorite kind of cake for the holidays. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to try to make this an annual thing on my channel by baking these cakes with my Grammy. Just trying to keep these traditions alive and these memories alive with her. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and go ahead and drop those comments down below. I hope 2023 is very kind to you and your families. I hope you're all blessed with good health, good strength, lots of good memories, and of course, lots of great food. Stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet, so this way you won't miss out on all of the delicious recipes and the plans that I have here on Matthew's Guyanese Cooking for the new year. I'll see you guys again with my next recipe. Bye everyone.